Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice.
Medicine is one of the most difficult, fast-paced, yet rewarding paths you can take. You can set out on your own and navigate the student loans, the bureaucracies, and systems that define a typical medical career. Or you can apply for the U.S. Army's Health Professions Scholarship Program and launch yourself into a medical career like no other. Your tuition will be completely covered, and when you graduate med school, you'll learn from and work with some of the most elite minds in medicine. That's the Army difference. Learn more and apply today at goarmy.com/HPSP.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hey everyone, you are listening to The Queen's Lair, and I am your host, Renee Vo. I am the CEO of Onyx Queen Media and the curator of Blackberry Natural. I am so excited to come back with this topic because I have seen it going around on Instagram, and I felt like this would make an awesome podcast. What I wanted to do for this week's podcast, I had to completely change it because I felt like this was something that needed to be addressed. And I'm excited to cover this topic because it is something that is very personal for me. And I don't always share a ton of personal things, but this one got me excited to share because I talk about this actually in some of my my speaking engagements and things like that, and it really hit home. So it got me kind of excited to cover the subject. First of all, I want to recap an event that I was a part of last weekend. It was so wonderful. I can't even tell you. And actually, I think it was the weekend before, the weekend of the 15th. Whatever day the 15th fell on. It was such a great event with Be Naturally Successful BNS events. They are on, you can find them on Instagram. If you follow us on Instagram, that's Blackberry Naturals, spelled out completely. Follow us on Instagram because we will definitely post any events that we're a part of or anything that we're doing. It was so amazing. It was boss ladies in the business, just, oh my goodness, boss ladies in business in the building. It was at a salon in Atlanta, and it was so, I don't even know what words to describe it. It was so encouraging. It was so just enlightening. Listening to the other folks speak. There were people from other branding companies that were speaking. There were people from other salons that were speaking. I got to meet Michelle from Curlfluence, who I've been trying to meet her for a minute. I started following them a while ago, and they're just amazing. Her and her husband work together on several things, but she is just amazing. The movement that she has created is quite amazing. We will be doing some collabs together coming in 2018, so look out for that. I just think it was just so well put together. It was well executed. I can't really say enough about it. It was just such a great afternoon of women coming together and supporting each other in business. And it was just amazing how everything was laid out. Charmaine, who runs BNS, is just a sweetheart, complete sweetheart. It was so wonderful to just get to know her, to get to know the other ladies. I met a few other stylists who support natural hair, the Atlanta Naturals group, who I will be doing a webinar with. It was just so wonderful. I can't say enough positive things about it. I hope to do more events with them, and I hope to be able to bring my expertise, to the table. It was a great thing to be a part of. I was so glad that they asked me to speak. The woman who runs Atlanta Natural Hair, they are a membership group for anyone that is part of the cosmetology world, locticians, braiders, beauty salons, hairdressers, stylists, barbers, and they bring resources to the table, and that is something that you don't always see all the time, where you bring natural hair resources to the table. They actually went international. They were national already, but they actually went international now, which I think is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. But it is a membership. It's the Association of Natural Hair Care Professionals. If you want to become a member, you would go to www.anhcpro.org. That's the Association of Natural Hair Care Professionals. And they bring resources to, it's a network of freelance artists. If you are a person that develops products, whether you're a major product brand or even a smaller brand, I'm telling you, the type of backing that you get from these sort of organizations is just amazing. They are national now. I think I was saying international, but they are national now. And they are just bringing so many people together that you would not even know existed. Because when I went there, it was just like, wow, I didn't even know these people existed. I didn't even know all of these natural hair folks were doing hair. There's so many different salons where they actually have a natural hair person on staff, which I didn't even know about. So things like that. It was just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So I thank Association of Natural Hair Care Professionals and also Be Naturally Successful. It was a collab event with them, and then they asked a few of us within the natural hair community to speak, and I spoke on why I went natural almost 14 years ago, and how we as Black women need to be in control of our businesses and finances and all of that stuff. So I told about, my experience of being vulnerable, of being told that I had to change my hair and facing the fact that I may not have a job. And I said I'd never want to be in that position again. So that really fueled the fire for me to start my own business and, make my own dollars, that I didn't have to rely on somebody else, So it was a great afternoon. It was a great time, and I definitely look forward to the next events coming up. Be Naturally Successful as well. We are a community partner with them. So as you guys know, I have Onyx Queen Media, which is the main part of my company, and Blackberry Naturals is our event planning and networking part of our company. And we're a community partner with Be Naturally Successful. And they also are a membership-based organization. So if you are interested in becoming a member of Be Naturally Successful, I'll tell you right now, the website is bnsevents with an S.com. So B as in boy, N as in Nancy, S as in Sam, events.com. And as soon as you get to the website, Trust me, join their mailing list. Their mailing list is thebomb.com. They're giving you all sorts of updates on things that they're doing and anything that you want to be involved in as far as natural hair is concerned. Anybody who is a member, you are able to take advantage of the community partners and the savings that they have for their services. So if you become a member of Be Naturally Successful, you will be able to purchase services from Onyx Queen Media or even Blackberry Naturals at a discount. But you have to be a member of Be Naturally Successful, okay? So those are my couple of shout-outs there, and also the recap of the Atlanta Natural Hair Care event, which was quite phenomenal. But I want to get into this week's coverage of what I was really excited about, and that is about telling people more than they need to know. So the title of this is Stop Telling People More Than They Need to Know. This is Season 8, Episode 4. Okay. One of the main key points I think that we see all the time is that because of the age of social media, we tend to want to tell people everything that we're doing. We get up in the morning, we stretch, we turn on the camera. You know, we are driving home, we turn on the camera. There's nothing wrong with sharing with people because social media is about sharing and the reciprocity of that. So people sharing with you, you sharing with them. But there are some things that should be kept sacred. And here are some of the key points for this episode. Keep some things sacred. God, family, your business. Exactly in that order. God always comes first. That should be at the head of everything. Your family, and then your business, how you actually make your money, okay? Your finances, that sort of thing. Not everybody needs to know everything that you do. Not everybody needs to know everything that you do. That includes God, family, and your business. You say, God, what does that mean? Here's one thing that I see all the time. People will ask for prayer. People will ask for, can you please pray for me? Can you please, put me in your prayers? Let me tell you something. You don't want everybody praying over you. You don't want everybody laying up hands on you because they don't always have your best interest. So when I say to keep some things sacred, keep those things sacred. The only people that should be laying on of hands and praying for you are true people who support you from the very core, from the people who actually are prayer warriors in your corner. I don't need your prayers. If you're about foolishness, I don't need your prayers. If you are out in the street, I don't need them. That's not the type of support that I want when it comes to my God. When it comes to family, there's some family members you can't tell everything to. On the flip side of that, be careful how much you talk about your family. Just remember, when you're talking in circles of friends or acquaintances or business people or whatever, be very firm about the things you keep personal and the things you share out in the open. So be careful what you expose about your family, and also be careful with the family that you tell things to. If you want to confide in your sister, you want to confide in your brother, that's fine. But be careful how you share that information about your business. Not everybody is here to build with you. Not everybody riding along in the wagon with you is helping you push that wagon up that hill. Some people are just literally there for the ride, but they're not there to help you sow the seeds of your business. Okay? Don't always tell your next move. Don't always tell your next move and where you're going and what's happening and all the details. Keep some things sacred to yourself. And my final point, stop allowing people to ride along with you if they're not there to help you build your empire. Just stop. Stop telling people more than they need to know. Pull back on some things. Keep your family close. Keep God close. Keep your business close. Not everybody needs to know everything. You don't need to be on social media 24 hours a day. Take a break sometimes. Step back. Very simple message. I'm out. I'll talk to you guys next week. Again, this is Renee Lowe with the Queen's Lair. You can find us on the web, www.onyxqueenmedia.com. You can find us on Instagram at onyxqueenmedia. You can also find our natural hair group on Instagram at Blackberry Naturals. See you next week, you guys.